Good morning, students. Today I'll explain information system audit. In the last lecture, I explained computer audit and its various components. So it is basically, we have already done that computer audit is concerned with examining or auditing or checking the basic functioning of the computers which are involved in a banking, and in fact using computer softwares for the purpose of audit. But information system is somehow different from computer audit. Before starting with information system audit, we need to understand certain things, that information technology is changing the banking operations. Now we can see that information technology is used in almost all the banking operations, and all the activities of the banks are also largely influenced. These activities are financial in nature. So what is happening due to the use of information technology is that, although at one hand, in fact at one hand, it is giving you advantages such as efficiency, speed, economy in transaction processing, etc., but at the same time we need to understand that it is bringing some challenges also. So information system audit is concerned with, it is a process of collecting and evaluating evidence to determine the capability of computer system. Here two things are important. One, it is collecting and evaluating evidence, because auditing can be done only on the basis of proofs, on the basis of evidences. So collection and evaluation of evidences to determine the capability of computer system to safeguard the assets. What is this all collection and evaluation of evidence all about? It is about the capability of computer system. That means how much your computer is capable, or it is vulnerable to anything, any changes, or can anybody access your computer. So this is what is about information system audit, to safeguard the assets such as hardware, software and data. And how it is done? It is done by adopting certain measures like security and control measures, maintaining data integrity, achieving goals of the organization effectively, because information system is something which is not used in one or two activities but in all the activities of banks. So we need to understand whether it is able to achieve the goals of the organization effectively or not, and finally resulting in efficient use of available resources. Information system audit controls. Simply define what is control. Control is anything which helps you to find out or measure whether you are able to achieve your target or not. That is the control measure when you try to test your planning. So it is a set of interrelated components that function together to achieve some goals. With the help of control measures only, you can see or check whether you are going in the right path or not. And keep this thing in mind, that to achieve your target, the control need not to be at the end only, but it is a continuous practice. That means you need to continuously evaluate whether you are going in the right direction or not. So it is the sum total of policies, procedure, practices and organizational structures designed to provide assurance regarding the achievement of business objectives. And definitely it is concerned with detection and control of undesired events. Control is concerned with finding out that if something is happening wrong, then you need to correct it immediately. For example, access control. What is this? In an organization, and specifically taking the case of banks, there is use of information technology. So if you are using information system audit to check the efficiency of the system in access control, what will you see? You will see that, is it possible for everybody to access the information system resources, या फिर आपने कुछ filters लगाए हुए हैं कि कुछ ही लोग हैं आपके organization में जो कि आपके information systems को, आपके computers को access कर सकते हैं. If anybody and everybody has access to your computer systems or your information system, that means you are doing a bad job. Your information system is not good enough to protect your important information. So this is what is access control. Access control का मतलब सिर्फ physical control से हमारा मतलब नहीं है. It means आप उसमें कौन से पासवर्ड्स यूज़ कर रहे हैं, वो सिस्टम कितना सिक्योर है. Then is what controls can be adopted. Now see here that events and circumstances are identified which could result in loss to the organization. These events are called exposures. यहाँ ध्यान देने वाली बात ये है कि you need not pay attention on each and everything. आपको सिर्फ उन चीज़ों पे ध्यान देना है which could result in loss to the organization. And what do we call these events? These events are called as exposures. Now what are controls? Controls are the acts which are implemented to minimize exposure. So you need to minimize those events which result in the loss to the organization. Definitely only then you are going to achieve your targeted results. So following are the types of controls which can be adopted. First one is deterrent control. Deter is something which stops you from doing something. So these are designed to deter people from doing undesirable activities. You can take an example that there should be written policies focuses on any punitive measures or the punishment which may deter people from doing undesired activities. Only a well documented thing, अगर हमारे पास policies में well defined है that if you do something wrong, what kind of punishment can be imposed on you, so definitely it will deter the people from doing some undesired kind of activities. Then preventive measures. These are taken to minimize the probability of unlawful events taking place. For example, security controls at various levels like hardware, software, application software also. So यहाँ पर हम ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि आप कोई अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटी ना करें. फॉर एग्जांपल कोई पायरेटेड सॉफ्टवेयर या फिर कोई पायरेटेड डॉक्यूमेंट आपके पास ना हो. देन इज डिटेक्टिव कंट्रोल्स. In case of exposure, detective control is done with a view to minimize the extent of damage. I explained this earlier also that you cannot control the things. It is not a post-mortem report that you are doing at the end. So आप continuously उसी चीज़ में involve होते हैं. It is concerned with detection so that if there is any need of any correction that can be taken immediately. Fire, for example, fire precautions like smoke detectors and heat detectors. These are available in an organization to ensure that if something wrong happens that you can immediately take an action. Third type of in fact this is the fourth one, corrective controls. These are designed for recovery from a loss situation. Now suppose something bad has happened, something wrong has happened, how you are going to overcome from that situation. That is what is corrective control is. This is an example you can take is business continuity planning. This is concerned with that even if something bad happens, something wrong happens, how you are going to continue your activities. So here we can say that without corrective controls, the bank has risk of business loss due to its inability to recover essential IT-based services, information and other resources after the disaster has taken place, because now nothing can be done. If you are not taking any corrective measures, you cannot do anything. You are just giving a finding that something wrong has happened and you are not taking any control measure. So this was all about information system audit. Now if you get a question on computer audit and information system audit, how will you differentiate between the two? You can say that computer, on one hand, computer audit is concerned with finding out the ways through which you can do audit with the help of computer, and information system audit is concerned with finding out the appropriateness of the control measures adopted by an organization. So in the next lecture we are going to discuss, that is in fact the last topic of this session, that is disaster management in banking operations.